Bees, given the situation you sort of find yourself in squad-wise, is that maybe a good point in the end to get home to Guiseley?
I think it's mixed emotions, James. I think we've had a really tough week, and obviously behind the scenes you don't make public, but at one point this week I think we had 7 or 8 in the same room. We've had obviously injuries. Bowan's played when he probably had no right to play. He's strapped his ankle up after a horrendous tackle last week, and fair play to him, that's just the character of the man. Tom Hannigan's been sick and he's played, so fair play for them too. And obviously we're down on numbers because of illness and injury and stuff like that, so yeah, it could be a good point, but I think it would tinge you a little bit disappointed because I thought second half was probably sort of one team that was trying, was going to win it, and that was us.
Obviously you made the decision to play Isaac Buckley Ricketts through the middle, and he held the ball up as well as he could, but you could sense that it was almost like the perfect game for Josh, for instance.
Yeah, I think the same things we've had all season is that we've been missing our main 2 strikers, and it's happened again today, and throughout we've probably been missing them 70% of the season, and that's a big loss for the 2 of them. The 2 big characters, the 2 big players, we score a lot of goals and we've missed them for 70% of the season, so to be where we are is a massive credit to the other members of the squad, because they've took the mantle on and they've been here week in week out, and they've had a right going. It just wasn't meant to be today, and I just said to the end, look, get your heads up. You kept going, and with a bit of luck, the final pass or the final delivery, you nick a goal and you win 1-0. But you got to give them a bit of credit. They've defended really well. They put extra midfielders on and stuff like that to try and stem the flow. And apart from one header from a set piece, they've not troubled our goal. So we've got to take some positives from the game.
You mentioned that header. It was a great save by Tony Thompson, and especially after what happened when Guiseley were last there. He doesn't necessarily have to make a lot of saves playing behind the back 4 that you've got, but obviously when he was called into action there, it was superb save.
Yeah, I think over the last 6 weeks he's gone up a level, his performance and everything about him. We knew what we were getting in the summer, and you're right, at times he doesn't have much to do, but when he's called upon at the moment, he's doing everything right, and he makes a great save, and the one save he had to do, he makes it well, and that's what we need him to be, and he's been really, really good.
What did you make of Lionel Coley? He brought in during the week and obviously came on for his debut.
I think it was a tough game to come on to because obviously the pitch was a bit wobbly, it was dry, it was exactly how the wind suited them to come in and want to defend, and we probably like the pitch wet or a bit flatter, but you can't have everything. So at times he looked at the sharp at times, and that's what we want. We just need competition in places. Once we get everybody back and competition in place, that's what we want.
Where do you see his role potentially being?
Anywhere across the front, 7, 10, 11, I just see him anywhere across the front just to get on that ball and try and make things happen for us. And as he come on, he tried and he rotated a little bit with Isaac and Matty, and a little bit longer in the game, he might make something happen for us.
And looking ahead to next week, are you expecting to be able to welcome anyone back or anyone to shrug off any of these knocks that they're carrying?
I don't know. That's what it is.
There was a flashpoint towards the end of the first half. It looked like their centre forward might have been getting a second yellow card. Do you think he probably should have been playing against 10 men in that second half?
Yeah, I think so. I think the tackle in front of us was a bad tackle. I think he's not, whether he's meant it or not, in my opinion, it's more than the yellow, and it's possibly a red. He's gone, Tom's, it's above his ankle, so when you're that high, you run the risk. But say, is what it is with refs, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've obviously moved to bring numbers in over the last couple of weeks. Tom Warren came in, Alex McNally too. You brought Lionel Cole in, but it seems at the minute as if as soon as you bring one in, you lose one another too. So you must be wondering at the minute who you've upset in a former life.
That's exactly it, Matt. I think anybody who's watched us all season, and I'm sure the supporters will see that we play the right way. We're trying to do the right things. We've just been missing that final bit, that final goal, which A, costs a lot of money, or B, you need a bit of luck, and we've got 2, but they've been injured a lot, which sometimes happens in football. It can happen, it's football, but it's just been one of the things, and we've just got to work harder on the training pitch if they're not there, to make sure we're getting more chances and working on things that we get opportunities to score.
You sort of touched on it earlier, but something that must give you heart is the fact you've got senior players out there, Bowen Dixon, Tom Hannigan, who ordinarily maybe wouldn't have played today and probably shouldn't have played in terms of their personal fitness, but they're willing to strap themselves up and crack on for the cause of the team.
Brilliant, yeah. I think them two, Sean Williams outstanding again today for us, and I think it's just as I said, it's a mark of the character of the 2 of them. Bowen couldn't walk till Wednesday. it was a bad tackle on him, and he doesn't miss games. You know, he doesn't want to miss games, and you know, he's done all sorts of treatment this week. He took a few tablets and things like that, and got through the game, and I think it's a mark of him. You know, he's still going right at the end, and same as Tom, he's been sick. You know, he's rough for 2 days, but then turns up into his normal play. You know, and that's the sort of characters we've got. And you know, as I say, supporters don't always see that, but they're the type of people that are wearing the club shirt, and you know, you should be proud that they've got them here.
Yeah. At the very least, you know, you'll have Jay Harris back from suspension next week, which is big because he's a big on-field leader for you, and of course boosts your numbers a little bit as well.
Well, if you look at the games he plays, more often than not we win. So it's important that he's back. You're right, he's a leader. He's been one of our best players this season. He sees us through stuff like today, and he's got that quality as well. And I think we've missed him. We always do, but you know, we wouldn't have Jay Harris if he was 25. He's 35, so we have to manage his workload and his game load. And obviously with suspension, he's had a little rest, so we'll be able to go on Saturday.